So, Fessy, you found this on the Reddit group. Am I the bleep? Am I the bleep hole?
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought this was interesting. You know, little relief from all of the issues going on right now. And I'm curious, Roxanne. I'm very curious as to what you think on this particular item. This guy, and there's a whole Reddit subgroup where people just talk about situations and scenarios that they were in, and they just kind of put it out there. And some of them are real, but I do believe that some of these stories are like totally faked.
I think everybody has a situation or a story you can look back at your life where you wonder if in this position, were you the bleep hole?
Get other people to weigh in on this. And in this particular case, am I the... for walking out on a date as soon as she told me that she had 5 kids from 3 different fathers. Oh, man. I was on a first date with a woman who said that she was 32, that I met on an online dating site. I met her at the restaurant, and the first thing that I noticed was she looked very little like her picture. That's called what? Catfishing?
Catfishing,
yeah.
That's the first
Overselling.
I wouldn't call it a catfish, but she did wonders with her angle choices and usages of filters. So she started with a basic canvas of herself?
Well, you know,
is that it?
MJ, take it from me. I know a thing about taking pictures at good angles.
Right.
And if you kind of look up and off to the side, you can't tell I'm 348 pounds.
Hey,
is that the look? Oh, wait, do it.
It's up and off to the side.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
look, the
it's
whole,
just-
the
look
whole
at that
chin kind
chin.
of goes away.
Right. You know what? Scott Shannon, you know, who was on Q105 here, the zoo, the whole morning zoo format was created right here on this station on Q105 back in the 80s with Scott Shannon and the Q Morning Zoo. Scott taught me a long time ago because I worked for him for about 4 years in New York and Los Angeles. And when I first worked for him in L.A., he would always stick his neck forward in pictures. You know, and you get, Jimmy, look, Jimmy's weighing in. Grab the mic. Jimmy, you've done radio.
It's called the turtle.
Yeah.
It's called the turtle.
Yeah, you stick your neck forward, and it kind of gets rid of any kind of, like,
sag.
Like, what do they call the waddle?
The double
waddle,
chin.
Yeah,
yeah.
the double chin or waddles. It makes you look thinner if you stick your neck out in photos.
Eliminate the turkey neck.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the other thing you do. So
Yeah.
it feels really awkward, but
Right.
take your tongue and shove it against your top teeth.
Yes, that's a classic trick.
It makes for a great
Right.
smile. It feels incredibly awkward, but you'll look at that photo later. You go, "Wow, I'm gonna do that every time."
Okay, Jimmy, next level, and don't say cheese. You know, everyone says say cheese, say yes, and that's where your tongue goes.
Sure.
Yes.
Look at that.
Uh-huh.
So,
Look at that.
Roxanne, this guy ends up walking out. So let me give a little more detail. So she apparently took a lot of liberties with her photo.
All right, but they're on the date now.
They're on the date.
You hit a reset button.
Yeah.
You're here. You're
Yeah.
having a
So-
nice
Have a good
meal.
time.
He says the deception of the picture instantly turned him off, but he decided to proceed with the date anyway.
Okay.
After our drinks arrive, but before our food arrives, while getting to know each other, she tells me she has 5 kids. I know from our brief online interaction that she has never been married, so I bluntly asked if they all have the same father, and she says no. She says how many baby daddies that she's had after he bluntly asked how many baby daddies,
How many baby
are
daddies
there.
are there? Yeah, that's a
He's like, how many men help produce these 5 kids?
Look, if you have enough kids to field an infield of a baseball team, it's a respect. You, how many baby daddies am I working with?
She seemed embarrassed to answer, then says 3 fathers. My response was, wow. And we both sat there in silence for about 30 seconds as I desperately tried not to burst out into laughter. I'm not sure why I found the situation funny. It was a nervous tick. I tell her, I don't see this going anywhere. And the guy leaves enough money on the table to cover his drink and the food that he ordered. And he just walked right out.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so is
God.
he the bleep hole?
Yeah,
Is
so
he the bleep hole?
he wants to know, did he do the right thing? Is he the bleep hole for doing this? Or
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
If you are a guy and you're looking for that person to settle down with, you absolutely have the right to say, I don't want a lot of drama in my life. And I would say that having 3 different exes who you're going to have to interact with for the entire time that those kids are in that house adds a lot of drama. So he's entitled to not want to have to deal with that. But maybe he could have been a little softer. Maybe it's not her fault. She just has bad luck in love, and she's looking for the right one. And so he could have maybe eased out of it a little less, with a little less direct, sharp language, and just leave in the middle of the date.
I guess the question here is, what are you groaning and?
I mean, there's so many uncomfortable angles. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's less than desirable to meet somebody for the first time with 5 trophies on their shelves on 3 teams. But
Elon Musk believes in this.
I mean, yeah, some people are trying to
Yeah,
recover.
that's true.
Elon's got he's got multiple kids from multiple wives. Well,
Good
I
point.
want that the wives are more girlfriends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he's the other way. This
Yeah.
is a woman with all the guys. Elon Musk he's the guy with all
the
of these
kids.
women.
Yeah.
And what does he have, like 12 or 13 kids?
Yeah. I don't think he's married. I don't think he's married to like 2 of them.
Right.
But I'm sure they're all going to be well taken care
Yeah, that's
of.
the other side of it, Jimmy. She's not looking for state funding at the Musks.
Yeah. Obviously, the money situation is a big magnet of attraction. But, have you ever seen the comparison? You ever see the picture of Elon Musk like 20 years ago? And how he fixed himself up. There is a side-by-side comparison. If you do a little Google search, you'll probably find it.
Like super dorky
Oh,
Elon
yeah.
from 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
no hair.
No hair whatsoever, and suddenly he's getting a full head of hair. He had a complete makeover. And you look at Elon Musk from 18 years ago, or 15, whatever, and then look at him now. It is night and day. It's amazing what $200 billion can do for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
You can go from not cute at all to, marginally good looking.
As we wrap this up and we have a long conversation, there's a lot to cover with Jimmy Petronas here in just a matter of seconds. But what do people think? Whether it's a man or a woman, you meet people on a dating site, you go out, you meet. Is it better to just get all the baggage out of the way up front because it's going to be discovered? Do you think you're going to be able to, get away with it? Or is there a percentage of people that will put up with the baggage? So you're just rolling the dice that they're not going to do what this guy did and just leave enough money for his drink and food and just scram?
Baggage becomes more palatable as you like somebody better.
Sure.
That's a good
That's the
point.
thing. I mean, listen, MJ and I, you and I go out on our first date,
right.
And you kind of like me. I'm not going to tell you I eat a half a gallon of ice cream every night before I go to bed. That might be a deal breaker for you. But then, like on the 3rd date, after
Not
you
for
say,
him. He'll
oh,
like it.
maybe not. But people might keep
Yeah.
some of their not enough to say I've been holding this from you. I mean, after 2 or 3 dates, you let it out, but initially to see if there's something there, you try to get through the first 1 or 2.
All right, I just thought it's good food for thought. Hope you liked the video. If you did, then hit the like, share, subscribe, all this crap down here.